Before my first Alaska cruise, I spent far too much time worrying about the weather. Would it be cold? Would it rain every day? Would I even be able to see the glaciers? And the problem is that most of the advice you'll find about Alaska weather focuses on temperatures and average rainfall. But those aren't the things that determine whether you'll have a great Alaska cruise. Because Alaska weather can affect everything from the excursions you book and the clothes you pack to your glacier viewing, wildlife sightings, and even how you experience the destinations themselves. So before you start buying gear, booking excursions, or convincing yourself that a rainy forecast means your Alaska cruise will be ruined, these are the things you need to know about how Alaska weather actually works and the ways it can impact your cruise. Oh, and if we haven't met yet, I'm Evan from Family at Sea. If this is your first time watching my channel, I'm glad you're here. And if you've been here a while, you already know how much I appreciate you. If you're ready, I am. Let's go. One of the biggest mistakes people make when planning an Alaska cruise is assuming Alaska has one type of weather, because, well, it doesn't. In fact, it's not uncommon to face all four seasons in a single day. So the first thing you need to understand is that the Alaska you'll experience on a cruise is very different from the Alaska most people picture in their heads. During peak cruise season, daytime temperatures are often in the 50s and 60s, and it's not unusual to see temperatures climb into the low 70s on warmer days, though this will vary based on when you're there. But we're not going to go into that in this video because I've made a different video that breaks down how Alaska cruises change based on when you're there. I'll link that above if you're interested. But the biggest takeaway here is that Alaska weather is usually less extreme than people expect, but far less predictable. And that unpredictability is what catches most first-time cruisers off guard. And the second thing you need to understand is that weather can vary dramatically from one port to the next. Ketchikan is often called the rain capital of Alaska and receives roughly 4 to 5 times as much rainfall each year as ports like Skagway. So while one port may be rainy and overcast, your next port a day later may be dry and sunny. It is hot. Mackenzie's right. It's very hot. And that's important because many of the decisions you'll make before your cruise, from what you pack to how much attention you pay to the forecast, are based on assumptions that often aren't true once you actually get there. One of the biggest concerns people have before an Alaska cruise is what happens if the weather doesn't cooperate. After all, you're spending a lot of money to see glaciers, wildlife, and some of the most spectacular scenery in the world. So it's easy to look at a forecast calling for rain and wonder if your entire trip is about to be a disappointment. Fortunately, that's usually not how Alaska works. For most people, the bigger impact isn't that things shut down, it's that the experience changes. Alaska is a destination built around scenery, so when clouds move in, mountain peaks can disappear, fog can limit how far you can see, and on some days, views that stretch for miles may suddenly feel much more confined. Weather can also affect certain excursions. Flight-based excursions may be delayed or canceled if conditions aren't safe to fly. A whale-watching tour may still operate, but fog can reduce visibility, and a scenic railway excursion may still run, but low clouds can hide some of the mountain views passengers hope to see. So, in other words, weather rarely stops you from experiencing Alaska, but it can dramatically change the version of Alaska you see. And the conditions may be different than you hoped for, but that doesn't mean the destination suddenly loses what makes it special. So setting the right expectations ahead of time is often far more important than getting lucky with the forecast. One of the biggest mistakes first-time Alaska cruisers make is packing for the Alaska they imagine instead of the Alaska they're actually going to experience. Because you don't need to dress like you're heading to the North Pole. During cruise season, temperatures are often much milder than many people expect. But the bigger challenge is that conditions can change quickly throughout the day. A cool morning can turn into a comfortable afternoon, and a sunny day can become cloudy or rainy with very little warning. And that's why layers are so important. So instead of relying on one heavy coat, you'll generally be much better served with a few lighter layers that can be added or removed as conditions changed. And that's actually one of the reasons I've become such a big fan of Unbound Merino. Because merino wool does a great job helping you stay comfortable across a wide range of temperatures, which is exactly what you need in Alaska. And unlike a lot of outdoor clothing, it doesn't look like you're getting ready to climb a mountain. I've tried a lot of merino wool over the years, and Unbound has consistently been my favorite from both a quality and comfort standpoint. So if you'd like to check them out, I've linked them in the description below. And the other thing many people underestimate is rain. Even if your sailing doesn't encounter significant rain, you'll likely spend time in ports where wet conditions are common. And having gear that helps keep you dry is often more important than having gear designed for extreme cold. So if you want my complete Alaska packing list, including the gear I bring and the items that I think are worth buying before your cruise, I've put together a separate video that covers all of that in detail. If you're just looking for the quick version, I'll also link my Alaska packing list and Amazon shopping list in the description below. One mistake I see a lot of Alaska cruisers make is obsessing over weather forecasts weeks before their cruise. They'll open up their weather app, see rain icons every day, and immediately start worrying that their vacation is ruined. But the reality is that Alaska forecasts become much more useful as you get closer to your sailing. A forecast a day or two before your cruise can give you a pretty good idea of what to expect, but a forecast a week or two before your cruise is often a little more than an educated guess, and it's not very accurate at all. Because part of the challenge is that Southeast Alaska is full of mountains, waterways, and microclimates that can make the weather surprisingly difficult to predict. Conditions can change dramatically over relatively short distances, and forecasts that look terrible several days in advance often end up looking much different by the time you actually arrive. And the other thing to remember is that weather apps don't always tell the whole story. Seeing a rain icon doesn't necessarily mean it's going to pour all day. And in many cases, it means scattered showers, light drizzle, or rain for only part of the day. So yes, pay attention to the forecast. Just don't let a weather app convince you that your Alaska cruise is doomed before you've even left home. And I'll add one thing here because this is something I literally just discovered and I've got no monetary motivation here, but there's a brand new app called Cruisecast that literally just launched, and it does the best job of telling you the exact weather for your upcoming cruise of any tool or app that I've come across so far. So I'll link that down below as well. I've got nothing to gain by sharing that with you guys, but I think you're going to be impressed with it just like I have. So after more Alaska cruises than I ever thought I'd take in one lifetime, I've come to the conclusion that most people worry about the wrong things. They worry about whether every day will be sunny, or whether they'll get lucky with the forecast, or if they'll have perfect visibility at every glacier and every port. But those things are entirely outside your control. What actually matters is showing up prepared for a variety of conditions and understanding that Alaska is not a destination built around perfect weather. It's a destination built around nature, and nature doesn't always perform on command. Some days you'll have crystal clear views of snow-capped mountains stretching for miles in every direction. Other days, those same mountains may be hidden behind clouds. And some days you'll spot wildlife everywhere you look, while other days you'll have to work a bit harder to find it. And that's all part of the Alaska experience. But the people who enjoy Alaska the most aren't necessarily the ones who get the best weather. They're the ones who stay flexible when conditions change and appreciate what Alaska gives them instead of focusing on what it doesn't. Because at the end of the day, your enjoyment of Alaska will be influenced far more by your expectations and your mindset than the forecast itself. But here's the bad news. No matter how much planning you do, there's no way to guarantee perfect weather on an Alaska cruise. Nature just doesn't work that way. But the good news, while nobody can control the weather, you can shift the odds in your favor because the time of year you choose can have a major impact on rainfall, temperatures, daylight hours, and your odds of getting those postcard perfect Alaska views. And this next video breaks it all down. So don't stop here, watch that one next, where I break down the best times to cruise Alaska and the trade-offs that come with each part of the season. I'll see you over there. If you're ready, I am. Let's go.